How y'all doing?
Okay, let's just not make this awkward. I know it's been a hot minute and I'm coming before you humbled. 2020 has told us all to have a seat and I have taken several. I have a lot to update y'all on, so I'm just gonna go ahead and list it off, okay? I am filming! Literally no respect. So let's start off on a high note. So last year I came to y'all saying that I wanted to get my finances cleaned up. I can proudly say that we paid off half of our debt, a little bit more than half of our debt, and we also got our spending under control, which is a pretty big deal because I was out here bugging. Even though I just spent $160 on a bunch of hair care products only to find out I have low porosity hair and everything I just bought is gonna have me a bald-headed scallywag before quarantine is over, but that's besides the point. Another thing, we moved. Yes, we have moved. We moved, okay? It's not a little New York City, New Jersey like last time. We moved upstate to my hometown, which like is only 3 hours away. It's right outside of Albany, but still, it's a whole new world up here. So that was a pretty big deal. We just got here about a month and a half ago and are settling in. I'm kind of happy that we moved when we did, because if this whole quarantine situation was happening with the virus and everything, like we would have really had a situation. So I'm happy that we made that decision early on. But even though I moved, I still have the same job that I had before. They allowed me to work remotely. My husband, however, did give up his job, so he is currently doing his training on the side while looking for full-time employment. But we're gonna come right back to that little 9 to 5 in a second. We're gonna chat about that a little bit later. Another positive thing, if you guys recall, I started up my side hustle called Coco Michelle Illustrations, and I was just starting out when I first told you guys about it on my last video, and I'm so excited to say that that has grown and flourished and really taken off. It has taken off to the point where I was planning on going full-time with that business in the spring. And that concludes all the sunshine and rainbows I have for today's update. Now here's the real tea. Yesterday, I got a phone call from my boss informing me that I have been, along with 90% of my colleagues, furloughed. A furlough is a temporary leave of employees due to special needs of a company. So basically, I got laid the fuck off for now. So I cried a little bit, then I felt sorry for myself, then I felt sorry for everybody else, and then I was just mad. I was just super mad, had an attitude. And then I realized I had a choice, okay? This is one of those things where you just have to make a decision on how you're going to handle a situation. And I am at a fork in the road, and I have to either sink or swim. So I made the decision in this very raw, emotional, just surreal state that I'm in, that I'm going to document this whole process. Document the ups and downs like a damn fool. And that's what seems like the right thing to do right now. Because I know the whole world is in shock right now. The coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever you want to say, has literally flipped the world upside down. The whole world is shut down. I've never experienced anything like this a day of my life, and neither have you. Unless you're 106. Unless you're 106, then maybe you did. But I know you didn't, okay? I literally feel like I am in a made-for-Netflix special right now. Like this is some weird thriller that a guy came up with in his auntie's basement, and we just all in here living in his twisted world. But this is where we are, and it's crazy and it's sad and it's scary. I want to personally, on behalf of the Ballos, say how sorry I am for anyone who has lost someone because of the coronavirus, who is experiencing job loss or experiencing some significant changes, financial hardships, etc. Anything that is coming out of this pandemic, I want to tell you that you are not alone. We are in this together, the whole wide world, and we will get through this because we have no choice. We are resilient, especially as women. We are very resilient. So we just have to stick together. And that's why it's really important for me to come back on here and let y'all know the tea. I'm going through it. I ain't got no job for who knows how long. So I'm giving myself 3 weeks to go from furloughed to fabulous, and we're gonna do it. And I'm gonna take y'all with me. I'm gonna take this sour ass lemonade, I'm gonna make grandma's sweet tea. So I'm just gonna keep y'all with me on my day to day. The goal is to take Coco Michelle to the next level, to make it be a full-time income, so that whenever my job comes around and considers me an essential worker, that I can say I'm good. That's the goal. So hopefully you guys will join me on my journey, and I will see you in the next one. Not 6 months from now. I'm dead ass. I'm not gonna do that again. I'm sorry. Just please, I apologize. Oh, and one last honorable mention about last year. All that weight I lost, I found it. Found it all. And a couple of her friends.